I am not teaching, I am publicly learning. And hi and welcome to Learning for the Life in UK test part 498 while doing short impingement training. And if you participate in a short impingement training, that's at your own risk. Now in the learning part for the Life in UK test, we want to do our little own video to quotes of Winston Churchill. Okay, we need a little introduction. Winston Churchill was a member of parliament in the government of the United Kingdom and also Prime Minister during the Second World War. That's enough of that video. And he made a number of speeches in the Parliament, and he has some quotes, I could safely say, he has some quotes out of his speeches who are quoted, or there are some lines in his speeches which might be still heard today, which you may still hear today. For example, out of his entrance, out of his, what is it called? Premier speech? Out of his first speech as a Prime Minister to the House of Commons, he said, out of his first speech as the Prime Minister to the House of Commons in the UK Parliament, he said, "I have nothing to offer but blood, toil, tears and sweat." I have nothing to offer but blood, toil, tears and sweat. So the subject of this video is again war. In particular the Second World War. I have nothing to offer but blood, toil, tears and sweat. I have nothing to offer but blood, toil, tears and sweat. Or after 300,000 soldiers had been saved from the beach trapped in Dunkirk to Britain. Saved from the German advancing troops. He said, "We shall fight on the beaches, we shall fight on the landing grounds, we shall fight in the streets, we shall fight in the fields and in the streets, we shall fight in the hills, we shall never surrender." Or during, then first, then after, and then during. After Dunkirk and during the Battle of Britain, where the British Air Force, the Royal Air Force, was fighting against the attacking German Air Force. Never in the field of human conflict and human conflict, did he say, of human conflict, was so much out by so many to so few. Now commenter. Never in the field of human conflict was so much out by so many to so few. Never in the field of human conflict was so much out by so many to so few. Okay, I have nothing to offer but blood, toil, sweat and tears. I have nothing to offer but blood, toil, sweat and tears and sweat. These are a bit important. I have nothing to offer but blood, toil, tears and sweat. First the T, and then is the blood, toil, tears and sweat. We shall fight. We shall fight just on, not when, just on. We shall fight on. It's interesting. He never says who. We shall fight on the beaches, we shall fight on the landing grounds, we shall fight on the beaches, we shall fight on the landing grounds, we shall fight in the fields and in the streets, we shall fight in the hills, we shall never surrender. And then, never in the field of human conflict, never in the field, actually, in the field of human conflict, never in the field of human conflict was so much, not had so much been out. Wars. Never in the field of human conflict was so much out by so many to so few. Okay, I'm going to start the second camera. Another good question is talking fast, so you have time for retakes, or talking slowly so people can understand the quotes. Winston Churchill was a member of parliament in the United Kingdom and also during the Second World War the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. And in his speeches he made some lines of which some are still famous and quoted today. For example, out of his first speech to the House of Commons in 1940 as his first speech as a Prime Minister, he said, "I have nothing to offer but blood, toil, tears and sweat." Then after the Battle of Dunkirk, it was not a battle. Of Winston Churchill, there are some lines still quoted today. Winston Churchill was a member of Parliament in the United Kingdom and during the second word of the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. For example, in 1940, when he just got to be Prime Minister, he said to the House of Commons in one of his speeches, one line, "I have nothing to offer but blood, toil, tears and sweat." After the evacuation of trapped soldiers in Dunkirk, 300,000 were saved, he said to the House of Commons also in the year 1940, "We shall fight on the beaches, we shall fight on landing grounds, we shall fight in the fields and in the streets, we shall fight in the hills, we shall never surrender." And after the Battle of Britain, where the Royal Air Force had defended against the attacking German planes, he said, "Never in the field of human conflict was so much out by so many to so few." And that is according to the Life in the UK Test Handbook, page 50. I said after the Battle of Britain, no. I can't remember, I misspoke. If I said after, it wasn't consciously meant. I just misspoke. We take it and I'd say after. One could say the battle lasted for quite some time. It makes sense if it is said after. It was so much out during the battle. The battle was ongoing, so there had already battle happened. So to talk of in the battle was after battling happened, it makes sense when I say after instead of during. Now I'm going to stop the camera. And we are done with that. In the next video we will do one more completely about Winston Churchill, or prepared at least. So if you're just here to learn from Life in UK test, which will be then have a subject of which for you can turn this UK, what is it? The UK Life in UK test. Yes, I think it's possible. Which will then have the subject of Winston Churchill. You can go directly to the next video. I think it's possible to say the middle sentence without having said that we're talking about the video of the third person sentence. I think that's possible. So I said that. Not really completely sure, but I meant it. You can go to the next video to Winston Churchill. Otherwise, you can participate in the short impingement training. And if you participate in that, it's on this. And I think I go to step stand. And we're going back with the shoulders up, in front, and down. Yes, it's possible. If you're just here to learn more for the Life in UK test, which will then be about Winston Churchill, you can go directly to the next video. Is it possible to say it grammatically correctly? Going back, up, in front, and down. I would say yes. Yes, it is. Back and down. And another time in front, up and down. More advanced shoulder circles. Long arms, hands form to fists. We're going as far back as we can for shoulders. Now try to lift the shoulders up as high as you can. Try to lift them higher up and in front, further in front and down, further down and back, further back, up, higher up. Front, further in front and down. Now we are raised up, further, front, higher up, back, further back and down, further down, and in front, further up, and in front, higher up, and back, and last movement, further back and down. Next exercise, the legs are standing wide apart, we're going into the knees, we're hinging forward with a straight back, letting the arms hang, and we're pinching the scapulars together, and do it with effort. Now like fists, lift the arms up, the bench was kept. Now lift the arms down, pinch the scapulars. And now turn, pinch the scapulars together with effort. Now make fists, lift the arms up, pinch the scapulars together. The arms down and the scapulars. A similar exercise into the knee, bit into the knees, hinge forward, this time with the round back, let the arms hang with fists and turn them to the inside. Lift the arms high up and bring them together. Straight slowly up, bring the shoulders back, down and together. So the arms high up and together, shoulders down, together. with effort. A little longer. As you know, in the knees, forward, around back, with the arms hang, make fists, turn the arms to the inside, with the arms high up, bring the arms together, bring the shoulders down, together, arms high up, and together, shoulders down. With effort again. Release, next exercise. Lift the arms up and just observe what the scapulars are doing. If this exercise causes pain, then don't do it. Lift the arms up and again down, lift the arms. Arms again up and just observe what the scapulars are doing. That was the last time. Arms to the outside, something similar. The arms in front, and again just observe what the scapulars are doing. The scapulars should come now back together and go to the outside, always following the humerus. Back together. Front last time. And back. Now a shrug. Lift the arms up and shrug the shoulders up. And release it all down. Again, if this exercise causes pain, then don't do it. Lift the arms up, shrug the shoulders up, and release it all down. Again, the arms up, shrug the shoulders up, and all down. Now forward lift the long arms, hand form to fists, bring the shoulders down, together, and now turn the arms to the inside. So arms internal rotation, shoulders down. Now change the arms to the outside, shoulders still down and together. Change again, arms to the inside, shoulders down and together. And change the last time, arms to the outside, shoulders down and together. And release. Similar exercise, arm to the outside, a bit in front, and the arms in front, shoulders down and together. Hold it again. And the arms back, shoulders up and in front. Change arms in front, shoulders down together. And change arms back, shoulders up. Now the pretzel curl, arms together and down and to the outside here. Just observing what the scapulars are doing. Just scapulars a bit to the outside and opening up. Now more to the outside and opening up. And the last time and back together. Now with some barrier. You can also use a towel or tennis ball or something else. Have a long arm at the side. Let it fall down. Catch it again. If possible. And hold it slowly to the middle. Now with the other arm. And now we're stretching. Taking one arm and bringing it to the front. Shoulder is back and down. Pull the arm and have flat fingers. Try to relax that arm and go back with the shoulder. Shoulder is back and down. Pull the arm in. Have flat fingers. Try to relax that arm. Go back with the shoulder. The other arm in front, shoulder is back, down, pull the arm in, have flat fingers. Try to relax the arm and go a bit back with the shoulder. Shoulder is back, down, pull the arm in, have flat fingers, try to relax the arm and cup it back. That was the short and training. I thank you very much.